bro, why don't people talk about Real Steel anymore?
This will not stand, you know?
I mean, I have seen an increase in the amount of people appreciating this movie, but for years, ever since 2011, no one even acknowledged this movie. And I just rewatched this movie a couple days ago, and I want to talk about how fire this movie is.
I love you!
Because I watched this movie back in the day, like 2 years after it released, and I insanely enjoyed it. And I want to come back and see if it aged well, and damn, it did age well, baby.
Get your numbers up. I had to get my numbers up.
Now, I'm not here to talk about the specifics on why a cinephile should watch this movie and the technicality, because it's a movie about robots beating the piss out of each other. Like, I'm not here to break down the cinematography and shit and the technical aspects, because who cares about that? But Real Steel is an underrated gem from the 2010s that I think everyone should go and check out, and I highly recommend. Real Steel focuses on Hugh Jackman, who plays a guy called Charlie, who's basically a deadbeat former boxer who like lost a big fight or something. I mean, who really cares about the story specifics too much? But then Charlie is trying to get into the world of robot boxing because robots have taken over the industry, and now there's like underground fight clubs, there's like professional fight leagues selling out stadiums of people, and Charlie's trying to get in on that. And this whole movie is about his journey with his estranged son, who teams up with him to take over the world robot boxing world with a flimsy little robot they find in the junkyard. Now, you're telling me this movie has one of the best underdog stories I've seen, and it's about fucking robots beating each other up? How does this movie connect with you so emotionally? I mean, just the features it has of giving Atom so much personality in the movie. Just by like his eyes, they're so weirdly expressive, even though he's just a robot. And when they introduce the shadow boxing feature on Atom that no other robot has, it makes you connect with the characters and the fucking robot so much more. I'm connecting and I'm getting sad over a robot.
This shit means something to me, man!
What's wrong with me? But the way the shadow boxing works to just give Atom his own personal perspective of everything. Like, he's his own full-on character in this movie. And the underdog story they go to of rising up through the rank, it is very similar to Rocky. It is basically Robot Rocky if you think about it. Except instead of Rocky fighting himself, Rocky is fighting through another robot. That robot which also represents the state that Rocky was in. Rocky was in the dumps himself. Charlie is in the complete dumps, but he finds Atom in a junkyard. They both come from the same place. And how they use the robot boxing to bring Charlie and his son together. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of his kid, but he's so beautiful the way they do that. And what I want to talk about with this movie, right, is the CGI, bro. This movie has aged like fine wine. It still looks beautiful. If a movie like this came out today, I would still be like, holy shit, this movie looks beautiful. The CGI clearly has a lot of work done. Oh my god, this is amazing. This came out in 2011. In 2011, you had piece of shit movies like Spy Kids 4. And you're telling me this movie came out in that same year? And every time I see videos on YouTube, yeah, more and more people have been talking about it, but it's still not enough. Every time someone brings up Hugh Jackman, most people don't even know Hugh Jackman was in this movie. And yet, as usual, Hugh Jackman absolutely killed it, because when does he not? And if you want a motivational movie that motivates you to complete your goals, to not let anyone distract you from your destiny, this movie shows you that it's all about hard work, determination. That's what they show through Atom and Charlie. Yeah, obviously, it's a 2000s movie, mid 2010s movie that has a kid in it, which usually meant they were annoying as shit.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
But honestly, the kid wasn't as annoying as I thought, and he actually showed up really well. This movie even had Evangeline Lilly in it. Even though she had a very brief role, she killed it. The way this movie was so different to any other movie I've ever seen, even to this day. And I've been pining for a sequel to this movie for over a decade now. Yet, I don't know, we've been hearing rumors all this time, still nothing. I'll believe it when I see that official announcement. But I feel that Real Steel is an absolute underrated gem. I mean, they even show you how to do a villain properly. Look at Zeus, bro. He's a fucking robot. I know I keep saying this, but you need to ridiculously emphasize this, right? These are robots. Do you know how hard it is to show emotion in a story about robots? Because this isn't just, as much as I say it's just about robots fighting. It is. The CGI is beautiful. The fight choreography, the fight scenes are amazing. It's testosterone pumping. But they also created an emotional connection with the robots. And Zeus, the way they designed him, the way he walks, his aura. He's got his own aura. That's how you make a villain. A completely unconquerable foe for Atom to take on. And yes, he loses at the end, but that wasn't the focus of what it was about. The fact that Atom stepped in there and took Zeus to a decision and beat his ass for a couple rounds showed that no matter where you started from a junkyard dog, you could still make it to the top, and that is why I absolutely love Real Steel. The movie even led to a release of an entire extremely popular mobile game called Real Steel World Robot Boxing, as well as a console game that I don't know if many people know about that was on the PS3 and Xbox 360 that was actually a really good fighting game where you could play as all the robots. Now the Real Steel World Robot Boxing mobile game is extremely popular. It's got around over 50 million downloads on the Google Play Store, and it's genuinely a really good movie tie-in game. And it's so cool to see how this movie gave birth to so many different things and became this own franchise. And now I've been waiting for so long for Real Steel 2. Now I don't know if we're gonna get it or not. I've been waiting patiently for a long time, and honestly there's really zero updates or anything about the movie, which is so sad because I've been campaigning for a next Real Steel movie. Because imagine with the even more improved technology that we have nowadays, how beautiful a Real Steel movie would look even now. They looked amazing even then with that limited CGI they had back in 2011. I feel like they could do absolute wonders with the current technology and a bigger budget, and I honestly feel the movie would make a lot of money. I feel like there'll be crazy amount of hype for it because Real Steel 1 is honestly a great move, and I would recommend any of you watching this right now, just go and watch it. It's so easy. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime. I mean, or you can, use an aftermarket method, but that's not me. I'm not like that. Trust me. Definitely go check out Real Steel. It's a really fun watch. It's not that long. If you want to see robots beating the shit out of each other, as well as an emotional father-son story, as well as an underdog story about overcoming that adversity, no matter how rich or powerful or dangerous your opponent might be, putting in the hard work with honesty and showing that you may not get the exact result you wanted, but you'll be a hell of a lot closer than where you were before.